What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back with another predicted lineup video. We travel up to Merseyside on Sunday for the 30 kickoff against Everton for our second week in a row, travelling up to Merseyside, that long trip up the M1, up the M6. Everton had a shocking start to the season so far, similar to us, but we're only 2 points above them, so it could be a relegation 6-pointer on the weekend. What's really hard to take is that we're closer to the relegation zone now than we are to top 4. So we really need to kickstart our season this weekend. I know I say it kind of every week, but I haven't really seen where the next win's coming from, but I'm actually quietly confident about this weekend. I think Everton are not great themselves. The Everton fan channel, who we spoke to yesterday, thinks that we're going to batter them. His prediction was 3-1 to Spurs. Mine was 2-1 to Spurs. Everton have just been shocking this season so far. Marco Silva's really under fire. Having said that, Spurs have also been shocking, and Mauricio Pochettino could be under fire soon. So let's see what happens. But the team news this weekend, there's only 2 absentees from the squad, and that is Hugo Lloris with his injury, with his dislocated dislocated elbow, and Danny Rose, who's suspended after 5 yellow cards, which I am very happy about because I did not want to see him play this weekend. But let's get into the predicted lineup. I'm going for a 4-2-3-1 formation. I think the best of Tottenham plays. You see the best of Tottenham in that system, I think, and let's stick with it. Against Liverpool, obviously, it's against a very hard side, so it remains to be seen. But we played against Red Star, you know, 2 opposite ends of the table. You know, Red Star, very poor opposition to Liverpool, probably the best opposition in Europe. But look, we could have got something out of that game against Liverpool, albeit more to do with Gazzaniga and Liverpool's poor finishing. But I think at 1-1 we were in that game and we could have got something out of it. If it wasn't for a stupid Serge Aurier challenge, we could have drawn that game. Or if Son instead of hits the bar, he goes around the keeper and he puts that in, maybe we win the game even. So who knows. But sticking with the 4-2-3-1 for this game this weekend. In goal, Gazzaniga. Obviously Hugo Lloris is out. Left back, it's going to be a toss-up between Ben Davies and Ryan Sessegnon, and Ryan Sessegnon hasn't played yet for Spurs, so I'm going to go for Ben Davies to slot straight back in at left back. Right back is an interesting one, so you've got Serge Aurier, Kyle Walker-Peters and Juan Foyth. I've been calling for Juan Foyth to play at right back for a while now. I think my understanding last season, at the back end of last season, was Foyth was going to be our starting right back this season. Hasn't happened for whatever reason, injuries and what have you. He has played 2 games there for Argentina, so I'm not sure why he hasn't been bedded in. But if you ask me what I want to see, I would say Foyth. But if you ask me what I think he's going to play, I think it's going to be Aurier. But we're going to put Foyth there just because I just really want to see him there. We haven't seen him all season, so just stick the kid there, see what he can do. You know, he can't do any worse than Kyle Walker-Peters and Serge Aurier, so he's looked good every time I've seen him there, not going to lie. Centre-backs, I want to keep Jan Vertonghen out of the team for another week, so I'm going to go for Davinson Sanchez and Toby Alderweireld. I think they both had sensational games against Liverpool, so there's no reason to take either of them out. In the midfield, we're going to go for a double pivot of Sissoko and Ndombele. I think they both complement each other so well. Sissoko does all the hard work in there when Ndombele does the nice. You know, his passing range is absolutely insane. I didn't know he had such a great passing range before he came. He came also with the reputation with that his finishing's not that great, but he's already scored 2 goals for us this season. So I think it's a no-brainer to put them 2 in. So I think Winks, he needs to upgrade his performances. If he needs to earn his space back, what I think. So yeah, Tongi and Sissoko in that middle, and Sonny should be on the left. I think Sonny picks itself. He's a great player, great season so far, and one of the shining lights this season. You know, if we're going to attack Everton, he's going to be pivotal to that. On the right-hand side, I think it's got to be a toss-up between Lamela, if he's fit, or Lucas Moura. If they're both fully fit, I go for Eric Lamela because I think he's been probably our standout player of the season. I think he's had a sensational start to the season. We've said this before many times about Eric Lamela, how he has good starts to the season but kind of drifts off. So I'm calling for Eric Lamela to keep up this form throughout the season. You know, keep yourself injury-free and keep yourself on this great form, and you'll win back many of the Spurs fans which you lost. But I'm one of the Spurs fans that always step by him. I think he always gives his all for the team, and and he's just a great player, to be honest. But when he's off form, he does offer very little to the side, as opposed to Son or Kane. When they're off form, I think they can still pop up with a goal or so. But we're going to need Lamella's like defending from the front, high pressing, and just get stuck in really and show that passion that he has. And for the space just behind the striker, it can be either Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen, Giovanni Lo Celso. I think Dele Alli's going to keep his place. I'd like to see Giovanni Lo Celso start a game for once instead of getting 5 minutes, but for some reason Pochettino likes to bed in these players quite slowly, so I'm going to go for Dele Alli to start the game, albeit he hasn't really hit the high notes. But there has been slight moments of positivity in the past couple of games from Dele, but the past game against Liverpool he was kind of anonymous. But it was hard because the game was pretty much played all in our half. So let's get Dele in there and let's see what he's made of. I think Dele really needs to step up his performances. He hasn't played consistently well for a long time now. So I think if he has a poor season this year or a non-consistent season this year, then real question marks are going to be raised about Dele Alli if they're not already. So Dele Alli to start in that position, and I think he's going to need a really big performance this game, and if not, then it remains to be seen where we go with Dele. He just needs to get that hunger back, that confidence back, and I think I back Dele Alli to find it again. Just having said that, Christian Eriksen, I don't want to see him in a Spurs shirt again. I don't even want to see him on the bench. So let's keep Dele Alli, and hopefully Giovanni Lo Celso can come in and fight him for his space. And up front, who else but Harry Kane? So let me just run through the team for you one more time. It's Gazzaniga in goal, Foyth right back, Davis left back, with a centre pairing of Davinson Sanchez and Toby Alderweireld. The double pivot of Tanguy Ndombele, Moussa Sissoko. Right wing, we're going to go for Eric Lamela. Left wing, we're going to go for Heung-min Son. In the Dele Alli in the number 10 position with Harry Kane up top, which leaves us with great options off the bench. Lucas Moura, Giovanni Lo Celso to come on and change the game. Harry Winks, Jan Vertonghen. I think there's good options on the bench there, and I think we can win this game. I said it all along, if we don't have Danny Rose, we don't have Christian Eriksen, Jan Vertonghen, Serge Aurier in the side, the players that are letting us down at the moment, then I think we can win games. There's no reason why we can't. I'm going for a 2-1 win. I don't think it's going to be as clear-cut as the Everton channel thought it would be, but I think we will win the game, and I think that if we win this game, we can go on a bit of a run now. We've got a few winnable games coming up in the Premier League. After this, we've got Sheffield United at home. So let's just show a bit of character, show a bit of belief. Let's stick together and let's get some results on the board. Like I said, I'm going for a 2-1 win. Let me know what you think the score is going to be in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment and tell me what you think the lineup's going to be. And as always, come on you Spurs.